Red Nation, are we here?
The best show for Chicago sports.
Yeah. Hey, yo. We in this month. Said we in this month. What's good? How y'all feeling today, man? It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. The NBA playoffs are set. The Bulls are in. They take on the Bucks. It ain't all good news. We're going to be breaking that down. Also talking about the NBA play-in tournament, what that's going to be. Looking at the playoffs as a whole, our predictions on that. And then what's going to make this into a successful season for the Chicago Bulls? We got all that and more coming up next on the show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. As always, man, it's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the page, because we do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. We don't want y'all to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. This is the only channel that's talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. As my chair slowly sinks, we welcome into the chat the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Stefan Nadine into the building.
What's happening? What's going on?
Hey, man, I just want my chair to start working again. I'm getting it fixed this week.
Hey, man, get the piece, man.
It will be fixed for the playoffs. It will be fixed for the playoffs. That much.
We can't have you out sinking during the playoffs.
Hey, it's gonna go down just like the Bull season. You know what I'm saying? Like the chair staying up is a manifestation of the Bull season. Ever since the chair's been sinking, the Bull season has been downhill.
Yeah, man. Ever since you brought that up, man, that's like it's tough.
Ever since the chair's been sinking, man, the Bull season has been going downhill. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. We do talk Chicago sports daily here. Listen, Bulls are in, man. Bulls are in. Playoffs are here. NBA playoff time is here. We got play-in matchups to talk about. We got basketball to break down for once. At least for one day of this month, we can feel good about it, right? At least for one day. You know, I mean, you come into it, you can feel good about it. Yeah, I mean, I feel good right now. I got a week. There's hope. Maybe they come out in that first game. There's hope.
So optimistic.
There's hope. There's hope. What you want me to do? Just be depressed?
Hey.
You got the Bucks.
I'm with it though.
And I mean, at this point, all you're hoping for is a Brooklyn L. Like you've got to be the biggest Brooklyn hater.
In all of the world. I want them to get a dub.
Oh no, you need them to get a dub, don't you?
Not.
You need them to get a dub to avoid them.
They could be a 7. I'm cool.
Yeah, I bet you are.
You know what? Well, nah. I'm gonna save it. I'm not going. I'm gonna wait.
Hey, it don't mean the second round's gonna be any better for you. Man, we got a lot to get into though. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. There's so much when you're talking about. First off, last night's game was wild, dog. When I tell y'all, I literally Hayes called me. He probably called me about, I don't know, 2:00. He said, "What's your plans for the night? What are you doing?" I said, "Bro, I'm not calling this game all the way through, man. I don't even know if I'm going to call it at all. I really don't want to. And I feel like it's going to be like a trash game. Nobody's playing. You might get P. Will. Like, the only way I'm doing something all night is if P. Will goes off for 50. My God, did we have something to talk about there? Patrick Williams is absolutely, possibly that guy. Absolutely, possibly that guy. Because the performance we saw from him last night was magical. Came out, put up his career high of 35. His career high Of 35 points, he had 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He did finish it off with a block in that game as well. He shot 10 for 21 from the field, 12 for 14 from the free throw line, and 3 for 4 from the three-point line. As you head into the playoffs here, right, you've got a tough matchup. It's Bulls-Bucks, first-round matchup. That's now set. How important does Patrick Williams become in this playoffs heading into this first matchup? Like, do you essentially have to like shift course and say we have to find a way to get him to attack the basket? Because the difference here, right, is not that he shot it 10 for 21. Like, the fact he took 21 shots is different. But the difference here is that he drove to the basket enough to get 7 fouls and get 14 free throws. That's very important. That's very important to me. And so, like, how important is Patrick Williams for this playoffs run?
I mean, I feel like he's gonna be big. I told y'all, I don't know why Muggs was. Oh man, we're not like out of the two, we need Kobe, we need Kobe. Listen,
I still think you do.
you need him, I'm just saying that the piece long term is P. Will. I said that when y'all drafted him.
Yeah.
I said that when y'all drafted him. This dude he's gonna have the ability. Once he put it together, this man's gonna have the ability to get to the rim. I'm talking about at least 10 fouls a game. At least 10 a game with how he's playing. That mid range has always been there since he stepped in. And look, once he get confident in that 3-point shot, just to sit up there, walk into it, one dribble pull up like he was doing yesterday.
Bro, that one dribble pull up from the 3-point line was wild.
Fam, I'm telling y'all, like y'all, all y'all P kid, y'all can have that Kobe White beef. P Will is absolutely gonna be that dude. Yeah. So last night, that's definitely a clap it up moment. That was definitely a clap it up moment for him.
I think here's the question, right? Like I do agree with this. Like I'm excited to see P Will do what he did. I will say this against essentially the people that really would be playing for.
They had their
guys out there. They were
Anthony Edwards out there. So you had everybody for the most part. Now the thing for me, you know, obviously, and I watched Locked On Bulls last night.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm with Hayes. Like, come on now. Like, P Will's obviously gonna be an X factor, but as far as like them essentially winning the series, I'm gonna need the sweet life of Zach and Kobe. I'm gonna need that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need that because now, I mean, we said the same thing about Devin Booker when he got on the stage. Hey, we was eager to see what he was gonna do, and for the most part, hey, bro delivered. Can Zach kind of do that same thing? And as far as kind of winning, well, at least trying to win a series with Milwaukee and making it competitive, Kobe got to show up. Kobe has to show up. There's no I'm gonna get it together. I got it next month.
Ain't no next month.
It's gonna take a couple days. Ain't no next month. You got right now to kind of show what you got. So I mean, most definitely it's gonna be crucial. I'm not really gonna pick. And can I say who's going, or are we waiting until you pull up the playoff bracket? Because I don't want to.
Oh no, we can. I mean, listen, I think we all believe that this is going to be an uphill battle for the Bulls here, bro. Like it's not like any if you're a Bulls fan coming in here and you're like breaking a chair over somebody's back, like it's Bulls Nation, but like maybe take 10 to 15% off there, brother. Like it's gonna be an uphill battle.
Because honestly, I think the Bulls will get you a game. I think Zach can get you a game. But other than that, I think this is a 5-gamer. I think this is definitely gonna be a 5-gamer, but I want to see this be P. Will's like coming out party. So in the next season, like
Yeah.
Muggs really don't have no questions because he really has been aggressive and elevated his game. We just haven't seen it because he broke his hand.
And that's what I was telling Muzz, bro. Like there was a lot of people that was like going at me like, you got to get P. Will more looks. You got to get P. Will more chances. You have to put him in a position to be. And I'm like, he ain't been there. He ain't been there. Like what am I putting him in a position to do when he's been there? What has he played? 11 games this year? 12 games this year? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it's good to see him doing this now, but it's all about,
let me check it out.
Can you keep this up? Can you keep doing this? Can you keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a lot of guys have a game. I've seen guys have a month. Nico Mirotic had a heck of a month.
DeMar had a month.
Can you keep doing this? Can you keep producing like this? And I like what we're seeing from him.
17 games.
Played 17 games this season. Yeah, when you get to the end of it, guess what? I would like to see him do this more often. But I can't say the Bulls should just, oh my God, we have to put him in there. We have to call plays for him. We have to, because right now, right, like he was coming into the season, he was the 5th scoring option. Scoring option on this team.
I think the thing,
Zach, DeMar, Vooch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was legitimately the bottom of the barrel on this team. So, like, I'm not surprised at all that we're finally seeing this go in the last game of the season. Guess what? But these are the games that you have to build confidence in your team. These are the games you have to put the confidence in the player, right? Because Billy Donovan has been telling him sometimes you need to just go. Sometimes you gotta go.
And last night, I mean, you saw it was out of his head. But last night we also saw when he's not in his head and you put the ball in his hand, he legitimately showed you everything last night.
Oh, that little the 4-5,
we drove left, the 4-5-2 bag. Hey. Bro, like this man got the like it was one play, got the block, went down. It was like a 3-on-2.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna lay it up. He kick out corner. Who is this? Like
the dimes last night were crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I feel like right last night with him and Ayo Dosunmu, you saw. Listen, Billy Donovan's doesn't mind putting it in these guys' hands. He doesn't mind putting the pressure on these guys, and they have to be able to adapt to that pressure. I love me some Patrick Williams. I love seeing what he's able to do on the court, but you have to be able to do that consistently. You have to be able to understand the moment and adjust to that pressure. That there's not going to be less pressure in the NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be less, like, realistically, you're probably still starting P. Will going into the first round. You're probably going in with a lineup of Ayo Dosunmu, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, Nikola Vucevic. Guess who's sticking Giannis? Right? So, like,
your best option.
I don't expect.
And look, it was a solid option. It was a solid option. You know that the last game when we seen him, he went head up. Giannis scored 18. It was a I mean now you know that's not going to happen every time, but he definitely did his job. I think the main thing, and I don't want us to, you know, forget about this completely. This is a whole week off for Zach and a whole week off for Caruso.
Yeah,
it's especially Zach and Caruso. Like, and you said it last night on Locked On. This is the most time Zach has had off since he's had his knee drain, yeah. and that was honestly only a couple days. A couple days. He had like a game off with a day. Yeah, I guess a couple of days. Yeah. So I mean, this will definitely help him. I think this definitely helps Caruso. I know I'm interested to see, you know, what comes down to it. But I think Zach and Kobe are definitely gonna be the main if the Bulls want to pull the upset, I don't know
It's gotta be
that
through Vooch. It's
that
gotta
that,
be through
that
Vooch. You know
won't
what
do
I'm
it.
saying? Like if you're being honest, like you have to find a way to establish Vooch down low, and even to the point where like even if they're not like it's like you said, it is important to have Kobe White do what he did, right? And for me,
Mhm.
the importance of Patrick Williams is on the defensive end, do what you did versus Giannis in the last game. Now, granted, like you said, Giannis wasn't really going as hard. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he was.
he had 4 fouls that game too.
Yeah,
So
I don't think he was going crazy. He got into foul trouble. Things worked that way, but P. Will did a good job on him defensively. He played well against them. He bodied up on him. Like I said, if you watch that game again, like you see, like there's a bunch of plays where Giannis absolutely is looking to like I'm finna go drive this mug on you. I'm finna put this on your
and
head, and he picks the ball up and
no,
he can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
and
Like
the thing
that's
is,
how important he is defensively.
I was just about to say that too because it's kind of like you've seen it where it's kind of like, oh, I got P. Will on me, or I got Vooch on me, and then it's like and shout out to my brother because we was talking about this yesterday. He was like, so many people, if you actually like look at it,
Yeah,
when they play defense on Giannis, they're already back instead of like
yeah,
playing him
because
up.
it's the only way to guard him.
If you play him up, could you see now he's taking a J. So it's like which
I'm
we
living
all
with that. I
agree,
ain't gonna lie to you.
which we all agree if he's hitting it, it's over. But at
Hey,
the same
if
time,
Giannis
He
shoots me
will,
out the gym,
yeah.
if Giannis shoots me out the gym, I'm living with it.
Oh
Hey,
no, yeah.
how did we
But at the
lose?
same time,
Giannis
he
trade
will.
us up. I'm living with it, bro. I just am. I'm not
But
gonna
the
lie to
thing
you.
is, P. Will made him take those jump shots, which was a good thing. So I mean, it's all like this is definitely gonna be a learning experience and a growth experience. For everybody involved because this is the thing. Because I heard you talking about it on Locked On yesterday.
Yeah.
Cause you said like this is the worst possible matchup for the Bulls. I didn't want to see the Bucks, which might be true, but at the same time, I feel like this kind of works in their favor because um even if they lose, even if they lose, our first round we played against the champ that
Yeah.
was the champs. So now we know what to expect. It's kind of like I'm not gonna put it up there with Grizz Warriors, but it's like okay, if we did that with the Warriors, you feel me? We could go out here and we could beat the Jazz, or we could beat
It's a confidence builder.
yeah.
It's a confidence builder, and I agree with you. I think the biggest thing, right? Like when you're looking at heading into this playoffs, right, and even heading into these last two games, the big
Mhm.
thing that you wanted to see the Chicago Bulls do was figure out how to shoot. Like the most important thing the Bulls can do: get the ball to Vooch down low. Whether Vooch is going to work in the post. But the problem with Vooch going to work in the post, it's an inverse relationship. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't look at. There's such an inverse relationship of guys knocking down shots, Vooch playing well, DeMar playing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get the ball down low, you big body him up and you make a move, but Giannis is down there, it's going to be a lot harder to survive around in the paint. If I make a move, big body down low, kick this smug out to the corner, the Bucks told you they don't respect you in the last two games shooting the ball. They crowded the paint the entire game. The entire game, they said, DeMar will not beat us. Vooch will not beat us. We are going to crowd the paint. And DeMar actually came out cooking them in the last one. Honestly, they came out cooking them in the last one. But you have to look at the fact that, like, they were just like, okay, we're going to stay in the middle. We're going to have Giannis down here. He's going to be able to extend out over DeMar. We're going to have basically Giannis is playing middle linebacker out here. You know what I'm saying? Basically,
Mhm.
he's playing middle linebacker out here. So, like, to me, it's more of a, like, I look at this as a situation where if you knock down the three, they can't do that.
Oh
If
no,
you
they
knock
can't
down the three, they can't do that.
because, and I'm gonna tell you this. Even if Kobe, okay, let's just say this. First game, they come out with that same game plan. That's fine. if Kobe knocks down at least 3 of his threes,
Kobe and Io. Kobe, Io, and P. Will need to be shooting well from three.
Kobe and I, if they knock down at least two of those to start the game,
yeah,
that they have no choice but to break it. But it was the same thing against Miami. It was the same thing against Miami. And I told you, I watched probably more Heat games than anybody. Like that's all we were gonna do. Pack the paint, and if they hit the shots, only thing that we got left is the 2-3 or the 3-2.
Yeah.
But all you gotta do is hit your shots.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's the thing. But I mean, Io, Caruso, people like everybody's gonna be big because you need those hustle plays when you playing against them.
You just don't have enough talent, really.
I want to touch on what Stacey said and basically what Shay said too. Like, bro, these ones gotta run. Like you gotta run. Like you have legitimate track stars on this team and you're not using them. Like you not using them. So it's just it's gonna be tough. There's things there for them to get it done.
Yeah.
But when they come out and gotta start defensively, and from there, if it starts defensively and you get the knocking down shots, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
No, 100%. And I think that's the big thing you have to look at with it, right? Like they have to play you. Vooch all of a sudden can establish himself in the post if people are knocking down shots. All of a sudden, Kobe White on the corner is a different player. And now he's building confidence because you're doing this in the playoffs. Like, this is the thing about it. If you, like, last night for P. Will, and hit that like button if y'all in here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing so much love, man. We got like 80-something people in here for the Daily Show. Let's keep it cracking,
Okay.
man. And I got the doggone hashtags on the video wrong. It say Chicago Bears on that mother. Don't worry about that though. But no, like if you're P. Will, right? Last night was a confidence builder. Now can you build on that confidence going into the playoffs? There are defining moments with players. What's the podcast? I kept saying this last night. Ain't it All the Smoke? Where they ask you what's the moment where you knew you were that dude in the NBA?
Oh, no, that's Knucklehead.
Knuckleheads podcast. I said 14
not.
times last night. The Knuckleheads podcast.
Yeah, no.
What was that moment where you knew that you were that dude in the NBA, where you belonged? Bro, the dude on the other side of them, now whether they were playing 100% or not, but the dudes on the other side of them were dudes that play in games, the dudes that got them to playoff positions, dudes that put him in a moment of like, hey, like these are guys I'm gonna see every night. If I like this is the level of guy. Like you weren't playing like G League players. You were playing NBA level talent. The biggest thing that P. Will can do now is establish himself with that relationship and take that next level. Now, what's the next level? Now you go do it in the playoffs against Giannis. I'm not saying go put up 35. I'm saying have a couple games where you have 18. Have a couple of games where you play well defensively versus him and you're able to score. And here's the thing. If P. Will forces the issue, now here's the tough part, right? This is going to suck. Bulls fans, prepare yourself mentally for this. You're not going to get a foul call. You were the sixth seed going up against the NBA champion. We are not going to get a foul. Prepare yourself for it now. Prepare yourself.
We got to tell them that throughout the week. Now, we got to tell them that throughout the week. Matter of fact, hey, every live,
bro. Listen. I want y'all. If y'all didn't see it, I dropped the video, talking about. Or reacting to Kevin Garnett versus Michael Jordan, right? When Jordan was in, KG, we all know the story. KG comes in, trash talks him. Check the video out if you haven't seen it on the channel after the live. But I came in and you watch it, right? And I'm watching it and I'm like, let's see if that's a foul. It's a foul if you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lived that. Remember that. If y'all ain't old enough to remember it, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it, right? Like, if y'all ain't old enough to remember it, go back and watch. When you're the best player in the NBA and you're an NBA champion, you get very different calls. We're not going to get a call this entire series. So you have to fight through that. You have to figure your way out through that. And here's the thing. You have to force the issue. I'm not saying they're not going to foul Giannis out. But P. Will is attacking the bucket. And I don't think it's call plays for that guy. I think it's when you get the ball and you realize there's a lane, take it. That's okay for you to do because Vooch is going to be playing out because the paint's going to be picked up. There's going to be so many people down there swinging at you. You might be able to get them off of their game and get them playing back on their heels if you attack. Now, don't force the issue. It's still Giannis. He legitimately is probably the best defender in the NBA. If you go down there and you sit there and try to do layups all day, he will block your shot.
No, he's smart. He's smart that. I think the biggest thing is too. I mean, like, just go back. Just go back, and I'm not saying this is what I want the chat to do. Go back and just look at the last 2 games. Just go back and look at the last 2 games. Pat Connaughton is in the lane. He's not guarding anybody. Everybody else is just roaming.
He just living his life.
He legitimately getting active, and then once Giannis get the board, like this man is for real leaking out. And the reason why I say like trying to pay attention to it too is because even if you look into the fourth, and look, I've been paying attention to this matchup all year because I was on a man saying, Pat will I told Pat off rip. Hey, when the season started, I honestly felt that the Bulls could beat the Bucks. Once they get to the fourth, just pay attention to it. How we were so wrong.
How we were wrong.
just pay attention.
I remember that.
The matchup switched. Like Chris is going guard Zach. And then Drew just has DeMar the entire fourth quarter, and both of them fourth quarters, he's absolutely just, whatever he's trying to do, like I'm legitimately here. Yeah. So like it's just it's tricky, but like I said, it's something that they could possibly get done, but you have to start doing these things off rip, and I think practice time is going to help them tremendously too with this week off.
You know what? So, though? You still got to do it, right? Like I heard Billy say that last night, like a week to practice or a week to get in place what we want to get in place. Like you still got to do it too. And I think that's the part with the Bulls where we're like, come on, bro. Like, are y'all going to do it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, are y'all going to do it, or is this just going to be a series where we come out of it like, okay, that's fine. Sure, we play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things that Billy Donovan can put in place, but if the players don't execute them, if the players don't at a minimum work through the game plan, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. And so in a series like this, that's going to be huge. Like you cannot leave Connaughton open on the corner 3. You cannot forget about Chris Middleton. You cannot forget about Drew Holiday. I don't know how y'all forgetting about these dudes anyway. I'm going to be real with you. You can't forget about Grayson Allen. He's a POS. But if he's open, he can knock down a shot. Now, I will say this. How chippy does this series get? Last time the Bulls played the Bucks in the finals, first off, I believe we swept them. We might have beat them in 5. But Derrick Rose was still on the team. It was a while ago. But I do remember Giannis elbowing Mike Dunleavy in the ribs out here. You know what I'm saying? Real dirty out here. But, I mean, who do you think that this turns into a chippy kind of series out here, man? I can see it. I could absolutely see it.
I'll say this. If the Bulls win the first game,
yeah,
I guarantee you the Bucks going to set their dominance.
If the Bulls win the first game, somebody's getting their ankle stepped on.
No. I guarantee they're gonna be.
If the
They're
Bulls
gonna
win
be
the
playing
first
around a
game,
little
Giannis
bit.
putting his foot clean under somebody's ankle.
I think the series gets checked. I think that if the Bulls is gonna take a game, it's gonna be the first one.
Yeah,
because they're gonna be playing. They're just gonna see what it is, how they feeling. But then like that second game, if y'all come out like killing, y'all just probably gonna go in the locker room. Hey, bro, I'm tired of this.
hey, that second game is gonna be everybody tape your ankles. Everybody tape your ankles. You know what they finna do. It's a foot coming
Like,
clean under the jump shot.
I'm like, oh yeah, no, we ain't forgot about Grayson tripping, trying to trip Io.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. I gotta say this as we get ready to switch gears. First off, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We're gonna keep breaking down this NBA all day today. I will say this though, man. I want to see a little bit of that. I give y'all credit. I want to see a little bit of that Cubs energy in that mug. You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, that's how you beat a Milwaukee team. Second off, you gonna keep hitting our dudes? Let me get you in the ribs real quick. I want a little bit of animosity.
That was justified because they was trying to get on that.
They was beaming Willie. They was beaming Willie. Also, we got on the channel today, man. We got a ton of content dropping for y'all, man. The series preview or the series review and then preview. We're gonna be doing that on baseball. Where we break down essentially what the Cubs did in their series, what the Sox did in their series, and then moving on to the next one. Those two videos will be dropping today. And we also got a Bears video dropping as well. So get in tune with that. And then what else we got? I might do season review today. It might just happen throughout the week. We'll see. But man, we want to get into this play-in tournament. Play-in predictions, baby. We are in the playoffs, Bulls fan, and we're not in the play-in game. That's crazy right now. I mean, listen, there's a lot of people in this play-in tournament this year. It is a interesting thing. We have we're putting polls up on the YouTube as we speak in the community tab. Make sure you make sure you check out the community tab where we're going to be voting on what teams come out of there, man. Let's start it off with this Cleveland-Brooklyn matchup, bro. 7-8. This is for you a huge matchup. This is a huge matchup. Because it changes everything if Brooklyn loses this game, right? What are your thoughts on this play-in game here? Do you like that 7-8 has to still like play for a play-in? Do you like the play-in? First off, like I feel like we talk about this multiple times, but for me, the play-in is kind of like, hey, dog, like I made the playoffs. Like, you know what it is? It makes Bulls fans feel like we were the worst team in the Eastern Conference that made the playoffs, when really we weren't.
I would say that. I think my only issue with the play-in is I like how it's structured. My only thing. So you know that second game, if they lose, they out. But like 7-8 get another game.
7-8 get another game?
Like,
yeah, but that makes sense. Listen,
if you lose,
listen. You're 9-10. You don't get two shots.
Right. No, but I'm saying my thing is, you said a play-in game. Why am I getting two shots? If you lose to me, you done.
No, but I get it for like if you're
eight,
like let's say like I think we all think Cleveland's gonna lose, right? I think we all think Cleveland's gonna lose this game versus Brooklyn.
If Jared Allen plays, because they said he was supposed to. They said
he might be a go.
Yesterday. They said he was supposed to come back yesterday. He didn't. If he play,
that's a different team.
I don't know.
They don't rebound well.
I don't know.
They don't rebound well.
Not at all. Not at all. Drummond is definitely. Hey, Drummond gonna think that's Joel Embiid down there.
Man, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was back.
If what's name come back? If he plays, if he play, because what is it, Tuesday? If he plays Tuesday, if he play tomorrow, I think that they could get them. I think that they could get them. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, how do you feel about that as a Miami Heat fan?
But
Heading into the first round. Here we go.
Okay. But this is why I say but. I don't have a problem with them dropping because these mugs don't play defense.
Yeah.
So I know at minimum we could hold them for a little minute and it's wild because yesterday
you're feeling good about it.
I'm feeling decent about it just because like they're not playing defense that like they have not played defense. Like Kyrie I think has the worst defensive efficiency. That like they got the worst defensive efficiency when Kyrie's on the court.
Yeah.
And the worst defensive efficiency when he's off. My thing about it is because yesterday you was on P Will's game and P Will went off.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Miami game. Vic has 40. So I'm just like, hey, if he doing this,
you got a shot.
I mean, we might got a shot to clip him at 6, possibly 7. So I'm not as like gloom and doom as I was because these bro, it was what was it yesterday? 126 to 150. Dog, it was a trap.
Yeah. Bruh, and even that Lakers game yesterday was hilarious, dog. Like, it was like 135.
I know that Lakers game was wild. Hey, time out, though. Frank Vogel not even making the bus?
He made the bus?
Like that. I heard he didn't. I heard he didn't.
He made the bus. It's interesting when you talk about that, right? Because, like, you heard the reporter in there, like, right after, just like, hey, man, so you getting fired, right? That's what Adam Schefter said. By the way, these reporters, hey,
bro.
Teams starting to just do stuff just to screw with them. Teams are really starting to do stuff just to be on some, like, you're not going to be right. Like, they said he was going to be getting fired right after the game. And he was like, I ain't heard nothing. I'm going back here to celebrate with my boys. I was like, dog, y'all got to stop tweeting this stuff out. Like, I get y'all trying to get ahead of the story, but like, y'all are wrong out in this mug, man. But I'll say this, right? Talking about like the play-in tournament and stuff like that. One, I'm not a fan of the play-in tournament. I think the play-in has had 2 of the luckiest years in the world. The play-in in 2 years has had LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Trae Young,
Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal.
Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal. Like, this ain't normal.
Fam, not a play.
These guys being this low ain't normal. How long can this sustain? Because there's gonna come a year, right? Like honestly, there's gonna be a year where like there's gonna be like I don't know, like Atlanta, not and even Atlanta down there, not really like Charlotte, Detroit. And we just gonna be like, yeah, that's a game. Like, people are playing basketball, but like, why do we care about that? Like, I'm not tuning into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's the thing. Maybe I'm wrong because I said that about baseball, and freaking every year, that game is mad compelling.
That one wild card.
The wild card game?
We catching the whole game for no reason.
Mad compelling. Ridiculously compelling. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan of it personally, but
that is true.
I can see why it works.
Every team do got hoopers though.
Every team does have hoopers now. Like there's more opportunity for you to have a competitive game. I'll tell you this, right? Like looking on the West Coast side. Well, let's finish out the East Coast here, man. At your 9-10 spot, you got Charlotte and Atlanta. How you feeling about that? Who has the best shot at knocking off and actually making the playoffs out of those two teams? For me, I know it sounds crazy. I know they don't have John Collins, but Atlanta to me has the best chance of doing something where they get in and they actually knock off a team because of experience.
I'm with you. Playoff Trey is real.
Yeah.
Playoff Trey is real. I'm not gonna lie, but I gotta go with the hot man right now, like LaMelo. Hey, LaMelo, these last couple games down the stretch, like he's definitely understood the assignment. So
Yeah.
I gotta roll with the Hornets on that one, dog. I gotta roll with the Hornets on that one.
You feel like I'm not saying that they come out of the game, right? Like I feel like, well, I guess I am. No, I do. I feel like playoff trade, like we haven't seen LaMelo playoff LaMelo. Like playoff Melo might be dope, but to me, I'm looking at who's been there, who's been in this moment before. Like Melo's never been in this moment. This moment is huge for Melo. Or no,
but Trey wasn't in the moment last year.
Were they here last year? They was in the play-in last year, wasn't they? Let me check this 2021 play-in tournament because I feel like Charlotte made the play-in last year. The Lakers just fired Frank Vogel. Of course they did.
Did they play? Because they played Washington, didn't they? No, I think Melo was hurt. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me double check this here, man.
He was. Okay, was they hurt? Was he hurt?
2021 play-in tournament, Hornets lost to the Pacers.
Oh, okay.
And it does not look like LaMelo. No, LaMelo did play 27 minutes. He had 14 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Not a great day for him. Miles Bridges had 23, 8, 4, and 8.
I wasn't sure about that.
Terry Rozier had 16, 6, and 8. Cody Zeller had 17, 2, and 3, which is hilarious. And that's it. By the way, man, you talk about a letdown, dog. Gordon Hayward with the Hornets, bro.
Fam. Like, I got a question real quick before we get back on this topic.
Let's do it.
Is it credence to what they're saying when they say, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing in the off season?
No.
Like, the reason why is like,
no. I heard that with AD. What are you doing in the off season? Why aren't you healthy? Why aren't you doing? No. Because these guys are working in the offseason. It's not like they're not trying to get healthy. It's not like they're not trying to get their bodies right. They're not like that. To me, that's diminishing the work that they do. I would never look at it that way. I think injuries just happen. Like AD rolled his ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a culmination of everything. But the last injury that took AD out, he rolled his ankle.
Yeah, it was wild. James, I'm not gonna say that Gordon has been overpaid because when he's been there in the games that I've watched, now I could say that he stepped up. You know, for he's been a leader for them. I mean, it was a
he's been big for him.
It's been a good gift for MJ. I'm not.
He's been big for him. But, like, he hasn't been there when it counts most, right? And that's the part that's tough. Like, when I needed you most, you disappeared. Listen, I didn't pay for the avatar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, dog. Like, I think you're a really good basketball player. I think when you're on the court, you're amazing. I didn't pay for the avatar. It's the same. I'm not going to kill Kyrie and not kill Gordon Hayward for the same thing. Like, listen, when I needed you most, you ain't there.
Right.
I need you to be there. I need you to be on the court. I need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it comes down to me. And so for me, like, I'm looking at this play-in tournament it's completely different. You know what I'm saying? It's completely different without Gordon Hayward. Like, Gordon Hayward here, they probably aren't in the play-in. They're probably a playoff, or they're probably a 7 or 8. in this match, bro, that's always freaky. I left Coda outside. That mother comes to the window just like, hey,
Bro,
brother, what's good with you? Bro, it's always freaky, bro. You just see this large animal walk past. Bro, I gotta get outside. You did. Good Lord. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing so we can stay on schedule with this one, man. Who comes out in the other game? We got Timberwolves Clippers on the other side.
Wait. So on the east side, we got Nets.
I got Nets coming out over Cleveland, and then I've got well, I guess we didn't finish that. All right, hold up. Switch gears. So I've got Nets coming out over Cleveland.
Right.
And then I've got the Hawks beating out the Hornets.
So then Cleveland plays again.
Cleveland versus the Hawks. I probably got Cleveland there. You're probably left with the same.
Yeah, too much size. I got Cleveland.
Yeah, you're probably left with the same 7-8.
Which then we gonna see. They're gonna play us, but that's cool.
Shout out to the Shy for the super chat. He said, "Should us Bulls even watch this series against knowing we don't have a chance?" Hey, listen, brother, we're in the playoffs, boy. We're in the playoffs. You cannot watch the series if you don't want to.
Hey, I'm a firm believer in. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a rock with my team, even if they're losing for us.
Man, this is crazy. This right here tells me that he wasn't watching in the 22 win seasons.
It was a legit game. I promise you, it was a legit game where the Bulls had 25 points at halftime. Like 1 year, I forget what year
that was. This year, wasn't that 2 games ago?
Nah.
It never whole different.
It was a while back, but I could tell that he at least wasn't watching during that year.
Hey, I know he wasn't watching during the 22, my boy, because man, if you're not tuning in for the playoffs, man, you are tweaking out here, my boy. Let's look at the West Coast, man. We got Timberwolves versus the Clippers. Interesting 7-8 matchup. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have the Timberwolves winning this game. I really want the Clippers to win. I have the Timberwolves losing this game, but I really want the Clippers to lose. I want the 1-8 matchup with Devin Booker and the Clippers so bad. I want that matchup so bad because I think the Clippers can win 2 games, right? Like I think if they lose here. Not 2 games. I think if they lose here, that they could beat the winner of San Antonio and New Orleans. But I really just want them to like lose here so that I can get that 1-8 matchup that I want. Because, man, it's not going to happen in the Western Conference Finals again. I need to see this. This is a better Clippers team than it was last year.
Oh,
and they took them to 6.
If Kawhi came back,
which he's done. They already ruled him out.
Yeah, which is wild. But I don't know. I got to see it again because they got some pieces that they traded for that's just now coming back. So now I'm with you, but at the same time, I want Minnesota to win so Cat like turns that last playoff performance around. Because I feel like we killed Cat for that, which rightfully so. We had to. We had to. We killed Cat for that. But I feel like he could definitely turn it around. Like I think this year he tried to at least make the statement like, yo, I'm at least like trying to be like the best big man in the league. So I mean, and he's definitely put it together. Like the stats say he's put it together. So hopefully, I mean, he gets it right.
Hey, you got to be able to do it. You got to be able to do it in the moments where we talking about.
But I got Clippers though. I got Clippers with that.
I got Clippers with the win too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a big believer in Paul George on this team with no one else like taking the ball out of his hands. I would love to see, and I think that would give you. So I got Clippers winning it. That would give you a matchup between the Pelicans and the Spurs. And I got Clippers winning it actually pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hit that like button if you agree. When you're talking about the Pelicans and the Spurs, though, interesting matchup, bro, because if you really look at it, like the Pelicans are balling with Bradley Beal. And there's a lot of talent on that team.
CJ McCollum.
My bad, CJ McCollum. Yeah. Bradley Beal, same dude.
Same thing.
Same guy. There's a lot of talent on that team. Outside of them, I really think that CJ was the X factor for them. Who do you have coming out? Pelicans versus Spurs.
I got the Pels. I got the Pels winning it. Pels is the harder team. But I will say, DeJounte Murray is having a breakout season that nobody's talking about. He's absolutely deserved that All-Star nod that he got. But I still got the Pelicans coming out winning that. I think it'll be a close game, but CJ's been there before.
Dog, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. For me, right, like the X factor in this is coaching.
Oh yeah, no.
And I'm not betting against Pop. I don't think I think the talent is going to like CJ McCollum is just a bucket. He's able to do things, but DeJounte Murray can go back at him. I think they got a nice piece in Devin Vassell. Y'all know how I feel about that. Maybe this is the playoff series where he gets himself out. I think Jakob Poeltl is still a really nice piece. You got Valanciunas on the other side. That's a good matchup there for them. Like, I feel like there's a lot of pieces that can cancel each other out, right?
Right.
Or they can at least go back and forth with each other. And in one game, like if it was a series, Pelicans all day. But if I have to talk about the guy that's going to come out and put the best game plan together for one game, I don't even know if Pop wants to.
See, and that's
I don't even think Pop want to be in the playoffs.
I was just about to bring that up. Like, do you think like Pop was just sitting there like just sleep the entire time, and like DeJounte woke him up and was like, "Hey, bro, hey coach, you know you're in the play-in, right? Yeah, we got an extra game.
Play? Dang it!
We got an extra game. Yeah, we do. Yeah, man, I gotta find my notes.
I really feel like like when I'm looking at this for a game, I gotta go Pop. For a game, like a series, he doesn't have the talent to match up for a series. Like even if they get out of this game and they play Minnesota in the next game, I think then, right, because there's something on tape playoff wise, I think then they won't have the talent to beat Cat and Anthony Edwards and stuff. But I feel like the talent on both of these teams is like, not to say it's the same, like CJ McCollum's a whole different level than DeJounte Murray, but it's comparable. And I think that they could balance each other out. And so I'm going to go Pop there. I don't think you can with Minnesota. So I think that I got San Antonio over the Pelicans. I'm not gonna lie. Plus, Buddy ain't this his first year coaching? What's his name? I don't even know his name.
Willie Green.
Is that who's coaching in
New Orleans? About New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Willie Green.
Okay, all right. Yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, I'm just that big of a believer in Pop. I'm not even a believer in the Spurs talent. I'm just a believer in Pop.
Hey,
I'm not even a believer in the Spurs talent. I'm just a believer in Pop.
Hey man, I can't refute anything that you said.
Yeah,
but I mean that they still gotta go out there and execute. I think it's gonna be a nice game. I think this is definitely gonna be like probably the DeJounte's coming out party. Yeah. But I feel like
playoffs is where your name is made, dog.
I feel like you know, like the Pelicans may be trying to make a statement like, yo, if Zion get right, he should at least like try to consider staying here if they try to do something. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's gonna be a nice one, but I got Pelicans coming out. I think CJ likes where he's at. I think that he liked this group, so I got them coming out.
And then out of that, so you got Pelicans. I got Spurs. I think Spurs go up against the Grizzlies and lose. Who do you got off of that? You got Pelicans going up against the Grizzlies then.
That's a fall sweep.
Well, it won't be a series. It's just it's a game because that's still playing. Remember, they get the second game in the play-in.
You said Grizzlies though.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. My Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. I got T-Wolves. I got T-Wolves. I got the T-Wolves with that. I just think Cat is on a mission to be like I said, I'm not the best big in the league.
Yeah.
But like y'all need to like put me up there. Like y'all need to put me up there. So I mean, like I said, he's been proving it. I got Minnesota. Plus, I think Anthony Edwards might. If we talk about like breakout players in the West, especially for this playoffs,
yeah,
I think Anthony been sitting on this for a minute, especially because like LaMelo got Rookie of the Year and all that other stuff. Like I think he's really trying to like top anything LaMelo's trying to do right now. So yeah.
Hey, I could see it, dog. It's gonna be interesting, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm so glad that the playoffs are here. I'm so glad that the playoffs are here, bro. Like, I'm so excited. There's so much to get into. There's so much to break down with the playoffs, bro. Like, you gotta. Thank God we got NBA playoffs, bro, because the sports world is just. This is the time. Like, and the Bulls are in it. And the Bulls we get to be a part of it. And we're not in the play-in. We're not talking about, are we going to win a game? No, we got a series. We get to adjust back and forth. Let's see what's good with it. I'm hyped, bro. Let's go. Let's get into a little bit of the rest of the playoffs around the NBA, too, because we got to talk about the full slate of playoff games that we have coming up. And listen, the playoffs this year get off to a rocky start in the West Coast based on what we saw yesterday. And I know y'all like, he's starting out West. I have to start out West because yesterday we had the age-old question in a bunch of games on by the way, before we continue, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We talk Chicago sports and daily sports on this channel.
That button.
And that button. Push the button. But would you yesterday have sat Luka Doncic in that game because there's a big shift in the NBA playoffs now where Dallas still says 4. They have to play Utah at 5, and we have not gotten an update on Luka yet, which probably and usually does not mean good news.
Well, I don't know. They said calf strain. So like at minimum, I'm thinking like week, maybe. It depends. Like somebody said yesterday, it depends on what it is. I think they said if it's a grade 1, it's like 7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
So, I get it. The only thing that I'm looking for from J Kidd is like, bro, like if it's me, I'm checking the schedule. I'm seeing like who's playing who's resting. I'm checking all of that because it was not you stayed 4.
I think this is the thing, right? You stayed 4, and it looks a lot worse, right? Because the Warriors lose. If the Warriors won, if the Warriors lose that game, you would have moved up to 3. As of right now, we've heard no news. Last by Tim McMahon, it says he'll get an MRI on his strained left calf this afternoon. And they'll know more about the severity. Last night, Woj tweeted out that there's initial optimism in Dallas that Luka Doncic hasn't suffered a significant injury. But here's, I mean, that's big, dog. If you've got that optimism, you know, that usually means your doctors have looked at it and they feel at a minimum good about, you know what I'm saying? Like what we saw come out of that. Why is this being stupid now? Hey, hold up. And there we go. Bow. But here is the reason that I bring it up. If you're going to win in the playoffs, your path to success is the path that keeps you away from the Suns as long as possible. You're going to have to meet up with them in the Western Conference Finals if you have to. But if you get to 3, you push that off for at least one more series. At 4, you run into a collision course second round with the Phoenix Suns. So with all of that in mind, I get why J. Kidd played him, because at a minimum, if you win, you're in a completely different series. Now, the other part to me that's even more interesting, right? Because like when you talk about having a player play in a game where you feel like this could be meaningless, you do have to bring into account, like, if we win, we play Denver. Is that the better matchup than the Utah Jazz? Like, the Jazz to me feel like the better matchup.
Bro, I feel like everybody and their mama is waiting on the Jazz season to end, so they can like.
At a minimum, we know the Jazz season is gonna end. Like, we
how
know
much
they're
you
not
want-
making it.
How much you want for Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, for real.
You
Hey,
want
I
the
saw the
phone?
thing. It was like, Buddy was like,
Get the league on the phone.
outside of your dig, bro. It said, what is it? Oh, Rudy Gobert said, man, everybody always trying to put us against each other, man. Like, it's not even like that out here. And I was like, ain't nobody trying to put y'all against each other. He passed you the ball twice. Like, I don't have to do that much to put you against each other. Y'all against each other.
But you know he lying, because like I said, if you go and then you look at their post games, like it be the subtle
They
jabs,
low-key
like
be dissing.
it be the like it be big sneak diss, like,
Bro, they low-key be dissing in the playoffs. I ain't even gonna
hey
lie
bro,
to you,
hey
bro.
bro,
Like, you mean?
we would have won if you got that rebound. Well, I just think if you took six, we took a lot more shots than we should have. Donovan, but
They be big sneak dissing, man. Can't fool me. Hey, man. Hey, it is funny, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's take a look at the playoff bracket as it sits right now, because we do want to get into the playoffs here. Get that off the screen there. As it sits right now, right? We got our first round matchup here. Miami will be playing the winner of the 9-10 and or 7-8 matchup. One of those. I think I like how they got it on here, like, we pretty much know this is a foregone conclusion. Based on either one, I mean, we both think Cleveland's gonna get into that. I think Cleveland wins. You think Cleveland wins, right? And
I think Cleveland wins.
So you're expecting a Miami-Cleveland matchup. How does that sit with you?
I feel like we come out of that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give them a tough 5 games. I feel like and like I said before, Brooklyn. If we were to play Brooklyn, that's the difference between us possibly going to a championship.
Yeah.
And us getting bounced in the first round. But now I got Miami 4-1, but it's gonna be a tough 5, because I feel I gotta give respect to Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and definitely Darius Garland for what they did. But I don't think that Cleveland is ready just yet. So I got us some 5.
I think, is Bam healthy?
Nah, Bam is healthy. Muggs is just tripping because they took him. They put him on the injury report. Said it's
Oh, they did like he got shoulder tightness, so he could get some rest.
Yeah, essentially, he good.
I think the interesting thing about the matchup, if you do get Cleveland, bro, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, now let me double check this, right? Because I haven't heard, and of course, injuries change everything.
If Jared Allen plays, it's gonna be big.
If Jared Allen plays, it's going to be huge, and I think that he will play if he's able to play. But here's the question mark that it comes down to, bro. Like, if y'all don't have nobody that can stop both Karis LeVert and Darius Garland, Like, who's the second defender you're going to put on Karis LeVert?
Nah. I mean,
Strus?
at
Like,
this point,
Strus getting cooked.
at this point, come hella high water, it'll probably be Vic. But
Oh, God.
I
Hey,
don't know.
hey,
Like
that could be a series you ain't ready for, my boy. And
Hey,
it's
hey,
not a
and I mean,
fight.
I'm
It's
saying like that's what I'm saying. I'm giving them their respect. Like you worried about that. I'm just worried about the big man matchup.
the big man matchup is going to be big too. But like, I mean, the fact that they have Karis LeVert, now granted, Karis has not been the player that a lot of people thought he was going to be over there. Like I said, Karis is a player that's, if he's got the ball in his hands, he's a completely different level of player. But if he doesn't have the ball in his hand, he's got to play off ball, which you have to do with Darius Garland on that court. Like, that's a very different team in itself. So, like, to me, I look at that as, is this the time where he finally wakes it up? Is this the time where he finally gets it going in the right direction? Starts getting the finishing that we saw with him in Indy when he just had the ball in his hands. Like I told y'all, playing off ball is very different than starting the offense with the ball in your hand. It just is. Like when you're the guy that sets everything up and everything runs through you, that is a very different team than when you're the guy that walks up and says, hey, give me the ball as I come off of the screen, and I'm going to try and set this up. You have less time to work through things. You have less time to get to the bucket. You have less time to shot. Like, there's just a lot of different things. Oh, that's right. Bam is in health and safety protocols.
I mean that's still, but he's gonna be back. He's gonna be back for game one, though. I believe
He should be, right? There's a week in between. He should be back. There's only 7 days. Now, the difference there is
he's back. He's vaxxed too.
He's vaxxed. So as long as you vaxxed, it was only 7 days. Or no, it got shortened.
No, it's shortened. So it'll be 3. It's
like 3 days. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's 3 days, but 3 days of no Bam at practice. Does that have an effect?
I mean, yeah, kind of, but
Tony said you said Vic over Caleb.
Spot on with everything you said.
Yeah,
I just feel like with them, I don't know, because it's gonna be tough. Like I actually give a lot of respect to Cleveland, because remember early in the season we were saying, bro, whoever Cleveland got, this is they play them tough. So I don't know. I'm not picking them to win, but I just think that we got the playoff experience over them, and we know we know we can do this. See that everybody said it. Yeah. So I got them with a tough 5. It's gonna be a tough 5. But
now here's the thing: if you match up, if by some crazy stretch of the thing, like, you have to break all of this down. It's the crazy part. If by some crazy stretch of imagination Brooklyn gets beat by Cleveland in the first round, which we said is in the play-in, which we said is possible because Jared Allen, if he plays, makes that much of a difference. I don't know what he's going to look like, but if he plays and he can play anything close to what he was, that's a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have Brooklyn matching up, now I think Brooklyn smokes the other two, Charlotte or Atlanta. At your 1-8, that changes things drastically for Miami, because for me, like, now you've got 2 players on the court that it doesn't matter what you do defensively.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what, like, oh, we ran a double at Kevin Durant, so we ran a triple at Kevin Durant, so now you got 2 dudes that it's like, hopefully he's off. Hopefully you make it tough. Now I will say, you do have the Durant container in PJ Tucker, if we can call him that. Like, how does that change?
He's done the best job.
He's literally done the best job, and KD still put up 40 plus. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. There's nothing you can do.
I see no lies detected.
No, there's nothing you can do. Like, if you got a 1-8 matchup for Brooklyn, are we gonna be looking at a 1-8 sweep?
I don't think it's gonna be a 1-8 sweep. They don't play defense. Like they legitimately don't play defense, and this is the thing. If we can get anything out of it, because the problem is this: Seth Curry is the reason why that mug is so good. I'm not gonna lie. Like Seth is absolutely that dude. Where it's like now I don't gotta handle. I don't gotta do nothing else. These mugs just set me just kind of setting me up to shoot. If we can get anything out of Vic, that's fine because then at minimum, I know that the game is gonna come down to at least 2 to 3 stops, which I know we can get. I know that they won't be able to do that. On the other hand,
that's funny.
Hey,
listen. You're a little more confident lately than you were coming into it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're a little more confident.
I've seen them giving up a big, 126 and 130. Like,
you're more confident than me. I think we could be talking about the Nets being a 1-8 upset. Which would suck if I'm not mistaken, because I think that means the Bulls get them in the next round, right?
I mean, if they get them, listen. At minimum,
no, Boston would get them. Boston would get them.
At minimum, we have said it could very possibly be 1-2-3 Cancun on both sides.
1-2-3 Cancun. Hey, see you in the beach, man.
Like, so I mean, it is what it is. But at minimum, I know Brooklyn doesn't play defense, so we got a shot. I think it'll either go 6 or 7. But if it does happen, I got it. I got the heat coming out with that, man. I got to roll with my team, man.
Hey, looking at the rest of this, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. If you guys are in here, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports on this channel daily. We also talk the national sports on the daily show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us on that as well. The 4-5 matchup right now, the Toronto, or no, we gotta go to us. Bulls Bucks. We've kind of broken it down. We've kind of talked about it. Bucks are 51-31. They've beaten us every game this season. Bulls have had a couple of games where they played them close. I'm gonna be honest with you. In those couple of games where they played them close, I think that's gonna be more of how the playoffs go. But I also think that's probably going to be how a lot of those games finish because, like I said, we're going to be saying this all week. Don't expect to get any calls in this series. Do not expect. Giannis is not fouling out. Drew Holiday is not fouling out. These guys are the NBA champions. They're not going to call that many fouls on them. Fully expect it. Come in knowing, hey, we can complain about it. We can be like, hey, y'all hold us. They probably did. They did. But still, you have to be realistic about what you're going to see here.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. And don't expect to get no calls in the first 2 games.
At all. In Milwaukee?
They called nothing in Milwaukee. They called nothing in Milwaukee. I am telling you this now. I am a witness. Giannis Antetokounmpo literally elbow dropped Jimmy Butler on the floor. they got a turnover, got the layup, and won the game. Y'all not getting no calls.
It's just like, hey, ref, you didn't see that call? And then like somebody come up behind him just with the bottle ready to bow. No call. It's clean. That's clean, baby. There's no blood. A little blood? You got a little blood on you? It's clean. Legitimately, dog. Who got hit in the mouth? Somebody got hit in the mouth for real and was like leaking in one of the games, and the refs didn't call a foul. Like, don't expect a foul call to come. But what are you expecting? What are you expecting in this series, dog?
Somebody, but like, I'm expecting the Bucks to get it 4-1. It just depends on if the Bulls make it a tough 4-1. Like I said, to me, if you want to come out and say that they got a shot to win a series, cool. But I need to see that. Like, Zach, you said you want max money. It's time.
Yeah.
Kobe, you said you want to be that dude off the bench. It's time. Like I know what I'm gonna get from P. Will. I know P. Will is gonna be on Giannis, but I also know what Giannis is gonna do. That's why I'm not like I'm not tripping when Mike said P. Will is this, P. Will is this, P. Will is this. The other matchup I'm interested to see is that Drew Holiday versus DeRozan. Do they even like? I know I talked about them matching up in the fourth quarter, but does Bud go that early? Where it's just like, all right, this basically going to be, a game, and then technically in that first game, what is the mismatch going to be? What is it not going to be? But at minimum, I got the Bulls getting that game.
You know what? I'm gonna give them two.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't think that it's gonna be, but I do think the Bulls can get one in Milwaukee. And I think the Bulls can get one at home, but I respect champions. I'm not one of those people that says, "Oh my God, they won the NBA champion because Kevin Durant's toe was on the line," and because like they did get to the next round because of that. But you can't win or you're not a real champion because you didn't play against everyone when they were healthy and you lost this and it is what it is. They are the NBA champions. They have championship level experience until you knock them off. And here's the thing. The Bulls have a history now, not this Bulls team, but the Bulls franchise in general has a history of knocking off NBA champions. Detroit, Miami.
Be cool.
We got to relax, brother. We've got a history of knocking off NBA champions, but I don't know if I see it in this one. It would be a pleasant surprise. I think if you get through Milwaukee, the difference in this team is that those other teams that knocked them off weren't nearly talented enough to keep winning. If you beat the Milwaukee Bucks, you're talented enough to keep winning. A Bulls team with confidence is a very dangerous team, which is why in these last two games you saw Billy Donovan playing a lot of people with confidence. And I think that a Bulls team with confidence can do a lot here, dog. I really do. I think that they can move. They can keep it going if they did something like that. But I got the champs beating us 4-2. And at this, I'm really just hoping for a competitive series, bro. Really,
so
just
who's your breakout guy? Where it's like, all right, if we not saying we're gonna take them 7, but if we did take them 7, like who's that dude for you? You
froze for a second. Say that again.
I said, who's the dude for you? Where it's like, in your head, it's like, I'm not saying that we're gonna take them 7 because I just said we're gonna take them 6. But if we did,
yeah,
this dude is the reason why. We did that. Cause look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, nobody expected them to take Boston 7.
It's Vooch. Because
even with Brook coming back,
Brook is back, but it's Vooch's playmaking ability. We've seen how easy and now these guys have to knock down shots, right? Like, you know what? It's not Vooch. It's Kobe. It's Kobe. Kobe White has to play that Ben Gordon role like we did back in the day, right? Like, it's Kobe because if Kobe is knocking down threes and is confident in his shot and it's going in, it changes everything because the Bucks have, like I said earlier, the Bucks have made the decision. We're not going to play you at the 3-point line. Y'all shot 27% closing out the season from the 3-point line. I could care less if y'all make some threes. You're not going to make them all series. They're not going to play you at the 3-point line. It starts with Vooch, but Vooch is a willing passer. So when you throw the ball down low and Giannis comes in for the double team and Brook is right there or Chris Middleton comes in because they're trying to close out and make his life easier, if you kick the ball around and move the ball around, that's your willing passer. But him being a willing passer means nothing if you don't knock down shots. They have to knock down shots. And so for me, the biggest thing that the Bulls can do, and like you have to have guys make shots. As sad as it is to say, bro, like the game we got blown out, the last game we got blown out. I told y'all when we were live calling. This doesn't feel like we're out of it. The Bulls played good defense. They rebounded well. The stats would tell you that they were evenly in that game if you didn't actually watch the game. Like, you'd be like, how the heck did they lose by this much? But they literally, we watched a quarter where it was like, bro, they haven't hit a shot in like 6 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's impossible to win. There's no I don't care if the Bulls were playing the Charlotte Hornets. If you don't hit a shot in 6 minutes, you're going to lose.
Nah, that's a fact.
The Bulls played really good defense on the Bucks. The Bucks knocked down some tough shots. That's what they do. They're the NBA champions. You can't not knock down. Like, they were literally just like, Kobe at the 3.
I told you, man. It's they either gonna have some dogs on the squad, or it's gonna be a bunch of Andre Robertsons. Cause it's legit. It's legit. I mean, like, and you been seeing that, like, these last couple of games that they played against the good teams, like, these mugs made you play 4 out, 1 in.
Yeah.
Like, that legit was like, we finna dictate everything. Vu's gonna have to get it down, but y'all gonna have to shoot. It's 4 out, 1 in.
Yeah.
And like I said, Pat Connaughton, he cool. He got a nice. You know what they say about him? He got a nice vertical. They don't say he a defense. These mugs out here chilling in the lane.
Yeah.
Big chilling. These mugs ain't playing no D. So it's like, yeah, I'm you absolutely right with what you saying. Kobe got to knock down shots. Io got to knock down shots. Like Derrick Jones might have to get some minutes, because it's not shots that you can't knock down. They're all shots that you can knock down, but
you just got to do it.
They got to do it. They got to do it.
Hey, let's keep going through the playoffs, man, because the 2-7 seed is an interesting one, right? Like, I feel like we both think that it's going to be Brooklyn getting that 7 seed, which means it would be Brooklyn, Boston, first round. How do you see that matchup going, especially with Boston losing Robert Williams? But I will say this: Al Horford. Now, I don't know how long Al Horford can keep it up. He's like 39 years old. He's actually like 36, but I don't know how long he can keep it up, but the combination of him and Daniel Tice is a nice one. What do you see in that Boston 2-7 matchup, whether it is Brooklyn, whether it is Cleveland? What do you see that's going to be the difference maker in that series?
Can Boston's other pieces hit enough corner shots for them to win the series? I that's legitimately all it comes down to. Because I feel like Tice is going to, like Andre Drummond is going to do his thing. But that like, shout out to Udoka, like that combination of Tice and Horford, I feel like that they could definitely do some things. But it's legitimately, you see, Tatum and Brown both are bought in on the defensive side of the ball. So, I mean, it's definitely going to come down to which of the other pieces on both sides, can knock down enough shots, because they're going to have Seth back. Patty Mills, did this last couple of games, has caught fire, but you could say the same thing about my man Peyton Pritchard and
Peyton Pritchard is a problem.
Boston.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Peyton Pritchard is a problem.
He
be getting busy out here. He be
but,
getting busy out here, dog. Stop playing with that, man.
But yeah, I think that it's just gonna come down to the other pieces for that. But if that was the matchup, like just seeing the way Boston's playing right now,
yeah. You got him beating Brooklyn?
I have to go Boston in 7. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is legitimately, like, just think about this though.
It's not. I'll say this. It's not even that controversial of a statement, right? I would say, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it matters who they play. I'm going Boston in 6.
Okay.
I just think that Boston matches up versus Brooklyn better than any team in the league right now. Like, you're not stopping KD, but I've got guys that can do similar things on the other end. You're not stopping Kyrie, but I've got guys that can do similar things on, well, not really similar to Kyrie. Kyrie's kind of like an anomaly.
Kyrie is him.
Kyrie's
He's him.
Kyrie, bro. But he's on the court. It's just like, yeah, it's amazing. But Boston is the best offensive and best defensive team in the NBA since the All-Star break.
The All-Star break.
And that means something. And they've beaten this Brooklyn team already. And they've beaten this Cleveland team already. And they can do a lot versus them. And I think if Atlanta and Charlotte find their way in there, okay, we talking 4 now. Like, now we talking about Boston in 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, they do so much on both ends of the floor well right now. And they've consistently done it over the second half of this season. I could see them knocking off Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the toughest of the 4 matchups in there.
And to me, I'm looking at it like this. Like, when have you seen, first of all, the last couple games, I think they had it was like what 50 makes on 28 assists one game.
Yeah.
What they did against y'all, but then not even that. It's like, fam, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart are legitimately on a string defensively. And the crazy part is this. We always say, like, Jaylen Brown is gonna be a clown. But if Jason Tatum figure it out, and he playing both ends, both ends,
yeah,
it's a wrap. And like I said, yes, I'm with Kid. They can score 150 anytime they want to, but guess what? It's gonna come down to defense and stops. And at minimum,
stop.
I know Boston can give me 3 stops.
And the weird part is, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, we saw like another Ben Simmons workout tape come out yesterday. So, which is always like the greatest thing ever. Like, Ben Simmons drop tapes like they mixtapes out here. Like, just like, hey, I'm back. I'm shooting threes, baby. Cash. Like, not like, dog, stop. Like, we don't need to see this 3-point shooting workout. Do it in a game. That's what we want to see.
Was it shooting threes?
Yeah, he was shooting 3. He was just shooting in general, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, all right, you shooting again in practice. Big whoop. Like, hey, listen, if I got the ball in my hand at some point, I'm gonna shoot it. But the interesting thing that I think with that is, like, I don't even feel like, what kind of impact is Ben Simmons gonna have the second he comes back off of back injury? How quickly is he gonna be able to come back in? How quick? Like, it's not like he's coming back. Bro, I don't even know if I start him. I might literally have him on the bench as a mercenary defensively. I need you to go out there and I need you to lock them down.
Well, technically, that's not even a far-fetched statement, because essentially that's what he is.
And
like,
I mean, that's fine, right?
But he's a defensive mercenary for hire.
That's fine, right? But it's like, how well can you play defense if your back is not ready to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that go into that. So, like, it's like, I don't want to say I don't count Ben Simmons as a factor, because if he comes back and he's the player that he was, sure, let's do it. But can he come back and be the player that he was with a back injury? Like, that it's a back, bro. I mean, spinal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different dynamic there, man. Let's keep it pushing here, man. We got one more series in the Eastern Conference we got to break down, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think we got an upset alert on the way. That might make HB in the chat happy, even though he's always coming in here with the big troll energy. Philly versus Toronto, bro. And Matisse Thybulle cannot play in either of the games in
It's
Toronto.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Book it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Thybulle changes this series that much for you.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. He, like for real, he can't put so he not vaxxed.
I don't think he changes this series that much for you.
Nah, because
like
he not
listen.
No, you need somebody opposite Tobias to play D. But for them 2 games,
yeah.
For them and look, I all the players in this playoffs, I don't want to have the ball in their hand come fourth quarter is Van Vliet. He's gonna be able to get it done.
I think the biggest difference, right, is that Toronto's X factor in this of them like going really, really far is probably Scotty Barnes being confident. Scotty Barnes being confident, and for the people that are saying, you know, he got the vaccination shot in Toronto, you're not fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after you get the shot. In Toronto, you're not fully vaccinated until you've had your second shot, and 2 weeks later you can play. That will be after the 2 games in Toronto. So you essentially don't have him for 2 games. You're going out there on the games that you can close it out. Now, here's the thing. In your first 2 games,
they said Baki just said he does not have a second shot.
Oh, he don't even have a second shot yet. Oh, he's out of here now. But for the first 2 games, right, you're in Philly. He can play. But I think, like, even if you get 2-0, you don't want to give Scotty Barnes any chance to get confident in his game and then have to come back to Philly with a confident Scotty Barnes ready to go. I think that is such a difference maker for this Toronto team that it could be enough to push you over for an upset. James Harden has not been playing well. Like, I get he's doing like, hey, he's still getting a double-double. James Harden needs to be
the factor. Numbers is
he needs to be the reason that you get to that next level along with Joel Embiid. James Harden is shooting horribly, and he's turning the ball over at a clip that is putting Philly behind the 8 ball quite a bit. 5 turnovers a game he's averaging after those first 4 games. Crazy.
Sam, call me crazy, but I'm
crazy. I could see an upset here.
I'm telling you. They have the ability to run them out of the gym.
Bro, and that's why I'm mad that we didn't get 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. Everybody was like, Philly would have ran us out. I was like, it would have been.
And what?
I said Embiid would have ran us out. Embiid might have ran the Bulls out of the gym. I can see that. That whole team? Nah. You got to prove that to me.
No title?
You said what?
Like,
yeah, that's a whole different thing, bro. That's a whole different thing.
Bro, because that means, look, no Thibault who on Siakam. Because, Siakam been hooping.
You probably got Ben on him, right? Or not Ben, I went back there. You probably got Tobias on him.
So who on Scotty?
Maxey?
Come on now.
Who else you gonna put on him?
Well, that's the mismatch then. He just gotta exploit it.
You gotta exploit it. Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing. In Philly, he can play. Going to Toronto, he can't play. And you'll have them. I think in Philly, they probably get the first 2 games. But the worst time to confront a team is when their back's against the wall and you're missing one of your dogs.
And look, the Raptors know how to win.
Now, I think the difference here is like Joel Embiid's that good. So for me, like, if you go into Toronto and you get game 3, just based on the fact that Joel Embiid is that good.
Oh, I'm not mad at it.
Series over.
If
series over. Game, set, match, gentlemen, sweep.
If he says,
but if they get game 3, and Scotty Barnes plays well and builds up a little bit of confidence, there's a crack in the armor.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Well, my thing is, it's interesting, right? Because
Danny Green guarding him. That ain't a good look. I ain't gonna lie to you. Danny Green might get cooked by Scotty Barnes.
I'm not see, y'all. I told you he the 2K dude. I always say he open, but hey, but not like if he you know what I'm saying? If Joel said he the MVP, now is the time where you go show me that you absolutely that dude. And Muggs is making a mistake by voting for Jokic. Cause now you got to do that's down for 2 games. So I mean we gonna see what you got. We're gonna see what you got. But like I said, that's the most scary matchup because they know how to win. And out of all the people I trust, Fred VanVleet is gonna get it done.
Dog, that's crazy, bro. That's a fact. I trust Fred VanVleet more than I trust anybody in this series. And I think that Toronto's a better coach team. By the way, Nick Nurse coaching the Lakers next season? Why would he leave?
They got to get him a mafia type deal or something.
Why would he leave? Bro, right. You gotta be like, hey, listen, we'll cut you into the family. What? Like why would he leave, bro? Like, everybody keeps saying that. I'm like, fam, he has a team that's coming up, and Scotty Barnes legitimately could be that dude. And everybody on his team is young. Why would he leave? He's also got a ring, and he's king of Toronto. Like, unless he just want to be in the Heat. Like, I don't get why he would leave, man. That's the first round matchup, man, for the Eastern Conference. I think we covered that pretty well. We got to head out west as well, man, because we got the same kind of situation here, man. We got Phoenix sitting at 64-18, best team in the NBA by a lot.
Fam, 11 games.
Bro, who's two? Who's two? It's 12 games. 56-26. It's 12 games. They're better than the next best team, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. But I mean, listen, who do you see them matching up with? I think I said I got the Timberwolves finishing out 8th. That's a sweep.
Nah, that's a sweep. Man, look.
I don't even give it a gentleman.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't even give it a gentleman's.
I don't even see the challenge until the West Finals. I legitimately don't see nobody because look, now this is the thing. Utah is gonna beat Dallas just based off the strength that we don't know where Luka's at. But then they finna turn around and get smacked. They finna turn around and get smacked. They gotta play you finna turn around and get smacked. So it's just like what's the point? Legitimately, what's the point? Like
bro, Phoenix is so
is
good, bro. It's crazy.
Like
it's crazy where they at, bro.
I can't explain it because it's just like they're so good. They're so like.
Bro, and it's at every position, and it's how they play off of each other. Like, you have Chris Paul, and now here's the scary thing, right? I said that championship pedigree, that championship knowledge. They have that on top of everything as well. But you're adding in Chris Paul with championship knowledge. You're adding in Devin Booker with championship knowledge. You're adding in DeAndre Ayton with championship knowledge. Like, that's scary. Oh, by the way, Bridges, one of the best defensive players in the NBA. By the way,
coming off the bench with it.
JaVale McGee coming off of the bench with 2 chips on that. Not only championship knowledge, but winning championship knowledge. Hey, JaVale McGee really might, like, this is the crazy thing about JaVale. JaVale, remember, he was like Shaq and a fool. He was the funny guy. Oh, man, he's always messing up. He might literally leave the NBA with 4 championships.
Which is wild.
He's got 3 right now, right?
Yeah,
he's got 2 with the Warriors, 1 with the Lakers, right? Wasn't he with the Lakers when they won?
He's with the Lakers.
He's gonna leave. He might leave the NBA with 4 championships. And I say this, right? He was a part of all of them.
No. He was definitely a big part. Like,
he's a part of all of them.
If he actually didn't go to Washington and actually figured it out, that man will be I'm not gonna say he'll be a Hall of Famer, but bro, he'll be darn close. If like I feel like going to Washington messed him up. Like he legitimately had everything. He had everything, bro.
Where was he at before Washington?
No, he was just in Washington. It wasn't until he got out of Washington that he stopped being dumb.
Oh yeah, he was. No, I still think he's goofy. I think JaVale McGee is like a player that's really good, but I think JaVale, like, there's moments where like he's just uncoordinated. Like there's some moments where like there's some moments where he's a defensive clamp. Offensively, he can get after you. He can come down. He can make shots. He can dunk on you. Of course, he's gonna catch the oop. He's great at setting screens. He's a difference maker in the middle. But then there's some moments where it's like JaVale McGee dribbles the ball off his face into a teammate and out of bounds, and it's just like he's still goofy. You know what I mean? So it's like, but bro, that's crazy.
All right, I can't defend you for that, but like.
That's crazy. Like I just think he's like, I think sometimes his body's just awkward. Like he's long and lanky, and sometimes like his hands get in the way of his feet.
Yeah.
You said what?
Yeah, somebody said Washington. He
got drafted by Washington, right?
But then George Karl was on his whole like, I'm finna. Yeah, nah.
Nobody's gonna play. We can't have a superstar on this team. Why would we want to get out of here, Carmelo? We don't like you here. Nobody's likes you ever, George. Hey man, looking at some of these other series though. Memphis, the 2 seed. We talked about them taking on that 7 seed, which we said is probably going to be the Clippers. What are your thoughts on that? Memphis versus the Clippers, or I mean, listen, you got to throw these other teams in there, but I think you know what? The Pelicans could, if they found their way into the playoffs, the Pelicans could give a good fight. If they got to the, they couldn't. They couldn't. They would be playing Phoenix. They'd be playing Phoenix. They couldn't. They would get in as the 8 no matter what. So it's like, whoever's the AFC, you getting cooked. But the Clippers as a 7 seed versus the Memphis Grizzlies, what are your thoughts?
I think that's a solid matchup. If I'm not gonna get them to win, but I mean it's just a good matchup because I feel like it's just gonna show like it's just gonna keep proving that Ty Lue is legitimately one of the best coaches in the league. But I still have Memphis. I got Memphis coming out with that. I feel like Memphis is legitimately on some. You hear them talk about it, where it's just like we beat the Warriors, and y'all still think like we being funny. Like,
yeah,
this not funny. We like legitimately serious about like trying to beat these other teams. And look, they've beaten them.
Let me ask you this: where are the Clippers if PG never gets hurt? They're not an 8th or a 7th. They're not 42 and 40.
Probably a top 5 seed.
Are they above Dallas?
Yeah.
So you got them 3. So you got Golden State 4.
Yeah.
So that means you would have the Clippers as a 54-win team this season. They're a 42-win team right now. Memphis is a 56. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Clippers can win this series.
Word.
I think the Clippers can win this series.
So what's up?
I think that Memphis is ridiculously tough. I think that Memphis is a ridiculous basketball team. I think that Memphis really is the best challenge for the NBA Finals just because they match up with Phoenix really well with all the players and all the shooters they got. And Bane is just freakishly large. But there's something to be said about being there. I absolutely believe in experience. And experience on a team with like nice players is one thing. Experience on a team with Paul George playing at a high level is a completely different thing. I think this goes to 7, which I think hurts Memphis long term because now you're tired. You're trying to get through this, blah, blah, blah. I think they can still get there, but I think you're working a lot harder. I think this thing goes to 7. I think the best thing the Warriors did was the fact that they dropped a 3rd because you have to fit. Who's going to guard PG?
Dylan Brooks.
Cooked.
You think that's a cut?
Cooked. Paul George is ridiculous. Yeah, like I think because like Paul George, this is the thing. Like Paul George, it gets a lot of the clips because Kawhi be letting them take like the game-winning shots on a switch.
Hey, wait a minute. Time out though. Nah. Kawhi is dirty for that. Kawhi know what he be doing.
Kawhi know what he be doing, bro.
Kawhi know what he be doing.
Kawhi don't even take the screen. Kawhi be, oh, that's you, PG. But y'all saw last year how, like think about how ridiculous Phoenix is. And it's not to say Dylan Brooks ain't nice. It's just like, think about how ridiculous Phoenix is. And think about what we saw from Paul George in the playoffs last season versus that team.
He proved me wrong.
This team is better. This Clippers team is better.
Oh, yeah, no, most definitely.
So for me to look at last year's team and say, hey, listen, like y'all got some nice pieces. Reggie Jackson was cooking. And I think Reggie disappeared in that playoff series too. But Reggie Jackson was cooking. He was doing it, blah, 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 right? Like coming down the stretch of it, the Clippers match up really well with Phoenix, as Memphis does as well. But I think that PG can be a difference maker versus Memphis because I don't think that they've really played a player of that caliber on a consistent basis. Because who they play in the playoffs last year? They didn't make it, right? They lost in the play.
No, they played the Jazz.
They played the Jazz.
You're talking about Memphis.
Memphis, yeah. They played the Jazz. That's right. Because they beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
They haven't played a player over a 7-game span of that caliber, and I think the adjustment to that is going to be huge in this series. I think Memphis can still win it, but I think we're looking at a 7-game series here if we're talking about Memphis versus the Clippers.
Hey, you been on point today, man. I can't.
It's tough, dog. Robert Covington, Norman Powell's back, by the way.
Nothing that you're saying.
Norman Powell's back.
Nothing that you're saying. It's a fact. They got a way better team than they did last year.
Yeah.
And made it to the West Finals and won 6 games. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I definitely think it can go 7, man. If you could take Phoenix to 6 and they coming back with basically the same team, you could take them 7. So it's going to be interesting to see, man. Hey, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I almost, like, unless the Bulls go on a run, I almost hope Phoenix win this season.
Now, I want to just for
because if they don't, Suns fans have to hate their life. Every time you get a team that's an NBA Finals contender, they lose. Has Phoenix ever won a championship? I don't think Phoenix has ever won a championship.
Man. Come on.
Hey, I didn't even finish it. Hey, I said, have the Suns ever? And the next thing says, won a championship? No, 0. Google wildin'.
Wait, so that's a no?
Hey, Google said no, 0.
Wow.
Google, you gotta relax. Hey, let's look at this. Let's look at this 3-6 matchup, man. You got the Golden State Warriors versus the Denver Nuggets. What are your thoughts on that matchup there, my boy? How do you feel that one turns out? Who do you think? I mean, I think Denver is ridiculously tough. I think Golden State's tougher though. And they championship. Y'all already know my thoughts on championship experience. Like Golden State, I feel like they're finna work Denver out.
Yeah, nah, we
I give 4-1.
We on the same accord. We on the same wavelength. I got them actually. I got Denver winning too, but I have Denver winning 2 games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Golden State should win that. Steph is getting ready to come back. Clay finally looks like he's informed. I mean, you got Jordan Poole.
Hey, didn't he just get what he just get? He just got 41 last night.
Yeah, like hey bro, he looked like he ready to go. They ready to go. They're ready to go.
Bro,
So
I saw his stat lineup. It was like 7, 15, 12, 15. I was like, good Lord, dog. Like, what the heck is going on with this mug? Where's this Clay? Yeah, I got Denver getting cooked on that. I feel bad for Denver too, but like, I mean, do you think one? I don't like Mike Malone as their head coach. At some point, I don't know when we're gonna talk about
because he
that.
don't be out there doing nothing. Yeah,
Bro,
last night
at some point we got to
40
talk about like when the heck is he gonna get out of there? Frank Vogel got out of there, and he just won a championship 2 seasons ago. I mean, I don't get that.
41 last night, dog.
I don't get that one at all. But I mean, do you think that you could see a scenario where Jokic gets out of there? Like I told y'all, European players usually don't leave. They take that like loyal to their country and they bring it to the NBA and they turn it into loyal to the city that they live in, right? So you rarely see them mugs just be like, nah, I'm not gonna re-sign here. You'll usually see them get traded away. But to me, you have nothing but question marks on Michael Porter Jr. Unfortunately, that's my boy. I hope to see him come back and be a bucket. You have nothing but question marks on Jamal Murray. You have nothing but question marks on your head coach to me. The only thing you don't have a question mark on is the dude that, by the way, locked up the MVP. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw that stat of like the only player to have like a 2,000, 1,500 season. Hey, listen, I can't. What I'm gonna say, man. What I'm gonna say.
28 on 4, 28 and 14 and 9, 57% shooting, 37% from 3.
What I'm gonna say.
Stop blowing.
And he's a center. And he's a center.
And the man can't jump a lick.
Can't jump a lick. No. Can't listen. I jump higher than Jokic. I guarantee you, me out of shape right now, bad knee, I got more vert than Jokic. Now, granted, he's 7 foot, very different, but still. But nah, man, I think Denver just has a lot of questions in there, man. So that's gonna be an interesting series to see. And then we gotta round it out, man. Like we kind of talked about it.
He might. He could.
Yeah.
He could.
We kind of talked about it at the beginning of this, and we got to round it out, man. How do you think that Dallas-Utah matchup goes? I still haven't. Let me double check here and see if we've gotten any update on Luka, but I don't believe so.
No updates on Luka, but
no update on Luka. I mean, with Luka, I think Utah gets beat 4-2. Without Luka, I think Utah wins 4-2. 4-1. I gave him an extra one. Like Luka means that much. Luka is modern day LeBron in year 2.
Oh yeah, nah, and it's weird. Like this man was averaging what 26. Like for his career, this man's averaging 26, 8 and 8. Like he only a year, fam. I'm not even gonna get into that. But
y'all saw the little stupid video I made on Twitter and on TikTok, bro. Like, listen. I did the whole Gucci who? Gucci man? Like I did the whole Wayne you did, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like Luka should be the in the MVP conversation ridiculously. But I mean, what are your thoughts on I mean, this series without Luka? Do you think who do you think comes out? If Luka doesn't play, who do you think comes out of it? If Luka does play, who do you think comes out of it?
Yeah, without Luka, I got Utah 4-1. Luka just does not without Luka, it's not gonna be the same looks.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna be the same looks because legitimately everybody's open, and if not, like he's legitimately throwing you open. So I feel like Donovan Mitchell's gonna have a field day with that. But yeah, outside of that, I got Utah going on to the next round. Easy. That's much to do about none.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, bro. I'll say this, man. The playoffs are here. The play-in tournament starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's games, we get who do we get? We get Brooklyn, Cleveland, and do we get the 7-8s tomorrow? Which ones we get tomorrow? I think the 9-10s tomorrow. I had to sneeze too.
We get the 7-8 matchups tomorrow. Yeah. We got Brooklyn, Cleveland, and Minnesota Clippers.
Brooklyn, Cleveland, and Minnesota and the Clippers tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that makes sense because one of them has to lose for us to get the 9-10 matchups. That's also why, like, the 9-10 matchup is dependent on, like, it should be, I don't know, NBA, y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all making billions of dollars, man. So we'll be reacting to that. I saw a couple people saying, like, hey, if the Bulls are out of the playoffs, are you guys going to keep talking about, like, the playoffs? Are you guys going to keep, focusing in on the playoffs? We might do some live call games. We might do those as member events and community events and stuff like that because it'll hurt our channel if we just do that mug public. But we also would do we're still going to be breaking it down. I mean, we're going to be doing a daily show every day. We're going to have to talk about the NBA playoffs. That's going to be the major story. So if you guys rock with the daily show, man, it's like 130 something people in here. Hit that like button. First off, subscribe to the page. We're giving away the Ayo Dosunmu jersey at $13K. We're going to start qualifying people in the playoffs. We've already got 2 qualifiers. We're at 12-6 right now. So we're going to qualify 2 more people for getting to 12-6. When we get to 12-7, we'll qualify 2 more, so on and so forth until we get to that 13K and we'll finally give it away. So subscribe to the page, man. Share up the content. Appreciate y'all for showing that love to us, man. And, hey, the Bulls in the playoffs, baby. The Bulls in the playoffs, man. Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Hey, man, as always, it's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Stefan the Don. Make sure y'all get in tune with all the content we got coming today. We got White Sox content. We got some Cubs content dropping too. And we're going to have some Bears content. Bears video dropping. Time is it 1 o'clock? Bears video dropping about 1:30, so be on the lookout for that as well, man. Hey, yo, as always, man, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. To continue watching the rest of our content, subscribe to the page and go check that out and click the links in the description below. Peace.